name's Kathy A, and while I'm thinking of it, I need to show you this. This is the Imats ticket. I got my Imats ticket, yay! They are having their Imats New York on April 10th, I believe. April 10th, 11th, and 12th, and that's in New York, and I'm going to be there. This is the Imats New York. If you go to the website, and I'll link it down below, these tickets go fast. They're like $60 each. It's for the whole day, either Saturday or Sunday. If you're a makeup professional, you can go on a preview Friday in the afternoon for a lesser price. But I'm going to be there Saturday, I believe. But anyway, I just thought I'd let you know and give you a heads up on that because the tickets sell out this month. And if you don't get them now, you're not going to, and you're going to regret it come April when everybody's talking about Imats. You're going to say, oh, I could have gone. It is open to pretty much anybody, and they have a general admission ticket, but they give you a time limit. Once you click on it, you have like 8 minutes or something like that to buy your tickets, and then they make you print out your ticket. So I save mine as a PDF file on my desktop, and then I print it later on, so you have it in 2 different ways. They also will mail you a receipt to the email address you give them. But it's usually kind of an interesting experience, and hopefully I'll see some of you there. So again, it's down in my down bar. The Imats tickets are now available for any of you who are interested in going. And today I'm going to kind of go over a review of palettes that I own and give you a kind of an overview of what I liked and what I didn't like, and maybe help you make some decisions when you decide to buy a palette in the future. Just some thoughts. Anyway, I was a little horrified by how many palettes I have. I thought I would just review them all, and it would be a real short video. There's a lot here. Oh my god. So I've divided them into groups, and the groups I've divided them in are eyeshadow palettes, full face kind of palettes that have cheek, lip, and eye products within them, and cheek and eye palettes, and then face and eyeshadow palettes. Tarte put out a whole bunch of stuff this year. This was kind of their limited edition, which I really loved, and I believe I gave it away for one of my giveaways, but this is the Be Magnificent palette. It has a beautiful geode looking thing on the front. These were in rose tones and purples. It was ideal for February, March, and I think that's when this came out. There's a nice dark brown and a black for a liner, eyeliner, or eyeshadow. You've got beautiful purples, a couple of really nice crease colors, and everything was matte. You've got a beautiful cheek color. I think it was exposed. I'm not sure what the cheek color was. But this was a wonderful palette. If you still see this around, I highly recommend it. Wonderful. They also had these two. The disc palettes are limited edition. They're so well-rounded as far as whether you can get a lot of eye looks out of these or not. I don't know, but I love the fact that you've got a beautiful blush in the middle. You've got the champagne highlighter, which you can also use in your eyes. Really beautiful. And then you've got this beautiful Park Avenue Princess bronzer, which is an ideal bronzer. Goes on like a dream, and you can use that as a crease eyeshadow color as well. And then you've got these 6 general eyeshadows, this beautiful dark aubergine plum, which you can use in your outer corner. This is just one of the most perfect palettes, and a beautiful shimmering taupe if you want to have something decorative for the holidays. You can put that on there. So I really liked this palette, and this is the Rainforest After Dark palette from Tarte. They also came out very briefly in the summer with this one, which was the Coral Crush disc, and this one had some slight variants on that. Had slightly more light pink shimmer for the, I don't know if you can see that, awkward hand pose. Had a pretty lavender, which you don't see very often. Let me see if I can put that on there. Yeah, you don't see lavender very often in eye palettes. And then there's a beautiful gold, a nice shimmering taupe, and then you've got, you know, your dark, nice espresso brown color, which you can use as a liner as well, and you've got this beautiful crease color, or you can use your Park Avenue Princess for a warmer crease color. So both of the discs palettes that came out this year are fabulous, so I totally recommend those. Pixi by Petra is I think you can find it in Target if you want to actually see it in a store, and you can go online to the Pixi website, and this is the Ultimate Beauty Kit, the second edition. There was a different one out last year, but this one has cool and warm tone eyeshadows of all genres, and then it has this center section full of blushes and highlighters, and you can use this dark shade as a kind of a bronzer undertone. Now these look very much like skin colors, some of them, and you can use those really nicely also as eyeshadows. So I just thought this palette was beautiful. Had a lot of combinations in there. The only thing missing from this palette and many of the others I noticed this year is some kind of a beautiful dark green. I did not see a nice dark green in this, but this is a great palette. The blushes are beautiful. They blend easily. The eyeshadows is a nice combination of shimmers and mattes and neutrals and colors. So I just thought that this was a beautiful palette as well. And this one runs around $24 to $30 depending on where you get it and when you get it if it's on sale. Now Smashbox put out their this is their Master Class palette. I believe this is number 3. And Smashbox has high quality eyeshadows. On the ends you have instructional cards and empty face guide diagrams that you can put your own color combinations on. And then when you open it up, you've got two, these are removable. You just pop them right out and you can pop them right back in. These things one has 3 different beautiful blushes and some colors, and then this one has your contour and highlight and some more neutral shades of eyeshadow. So it's absolutely beautiful, and they do pop right back in. So I really enjoyed using this. I don't know why, because it's bulky and you have to open it up like a book and all that. I haven't used it very much, but I think 2015 is going to be my year of using things up a little more, because this is like, oh my god, this is wake up time. I used this all year long, and it was last year's Christmas palette. And I know Carolyn from Flip Flops and Pearls also uses hers, but this is the Too Faced My Favorite Things palette. This has the Snow Bunny highlight bronzer, has the beautiful Chocolate Soleil bronzer, it has 2 beautiful blushes, and it has a wonderful assortment of eyeshadows, including some nice dark greens. And I love this kind of dark cranberry color as well. And it's just a gorgeous palette. I don't scream about this more because I think it needs a slightly lighter shade for a crease color, because the 2 colors they have here, the mattes, are a little bit dark for crease colors, for older people anyway, not for younger folks. So this has been one of my favorite palettes, just for the colors and having the green in there. It's been a really great experience. Also, Smashbox last year put out this what's it called, a wondervision? Wondervision Mega Palette. Has a big mirror, which I will spare you from having to look at. A gorgeous assortment of blushes, and then these gorgeous eyeshadows. And there's just a great combination of a little bit of everything. I think this is probably one of my favorite palettes of all time. Really wonderful. So if you still see the Wondervision palette, it's definitely worth getting. Now the next palette is palette grouping. These are all-in-ones. These are things that are all, they have lips, they have eyes, and they have cheeks colors in them. And one of my favorites is the Balm, and this is the Rockstar palette. And when you open it up, you get a nice little heart-shaped mirror, which I'll fold down. And you've got some beautiful eyeshadows. You've got a nice highlight color, or you can use it as a lid color. You've got a beautiful all-purpose blush if you're a medium skin to light skin person. And then you've got two lip colors. One is kind of a more neutral, natural shade, and the other one's just a little darker red, more for an evening look. And then down in here they give you instructions for combinations to use with the eyeshadows and the blushes and lipsticks together, and how you can create other colors. So I thought that was a really cool thing, because you can actually mix some of the lighter lip shade, lighter eyeshadow in with the lip shade and create a lighter color lipstick. So I have not really played around with that as much, but I just really enjoy this. The packaging is absolutely adorable. The names of the eyeshadows are all rock band oriented, and it's just a really cool concept. Now, it Cosmetics came out with a full face palette fairly recently. It's part of their holiday line. I believe it's still available online. When you open it up, you have really nice powder and cream powder. These are highlighting powders. And then you have 18 shadows. And you open it up further, and you've got the Bye Bye Under Eye concealer, which can also be sheared out with moisturizer to be a foundation in a pinch. You've got a beautiful bronzer, a beautiful setting powder, and then if you pull it out again, you've got three beautiful blushes, and then you've got the lip gloss. Some of them change to a bright dark color when you put them on, and some of them will stay the same. This is an absolutely fabulous deal. I believe it runs around $50 or so. Well worth it. Absolutely high quality stuff. It's a great way to try different products from it Cosmetics without having to buy the full size or relying on a swatch in Ulta, which isn't always accurate. So I just think this is a marvelous kit. Fairly new to me, and I haven't really had a chance to discuss this. I have used it all week long. This is the Naked On The Run palette. This is a full face, kind of all-in-one go for if you're in a hurry. You grab this thing apparently, and you can do basically a full face with it. With the exception of your foundation, you can basically do a full face. Now this comes with a nice chocolate bronzer. You've got a kind of a pinky blush, and I'm actually wearing that blush today, so it's not quite as pinky on as it appears in the pan. I had originally thought this was not going to be a very age-friendly palette because everything seems so shimmery, but now this is considered an eyeshadow, and it's also very helpful to use as a highlighter. So I did use all three of these on my cheeks today. And then you've got the 5 eyeshadows here, plus they consider this an eyeshadow. So you've got 6 eyeshadows. 2 of these are matte, and this one is a perfect crease color. This one's slightly darker for the edges, for lining your eyes. And then this one is a little bit on the shimmery side, so it's a little deceiving. It doesn't look like you would expect it to look on your eye. I think it's kind of a very, this is a slightly rosy color, which those of you who love the Naked 3 will probably like this kind of rosy shade. It's like a rosy taupe kind of color. I was disappointed in this because you really kind of buckle down to one look, and the light shade isn't light enough to make a nice light lid color. So I found that the eyeshadows disappointed me a little bit that way. Now the lip gloss is a beautiful neutral gloss that's pretty, I think anybody can wear this, even an older person. It's kind of a medium shade. It's a little stronger than Your Lips Are Better, so I would say that it's more of an evening shade that I would wear. It's not too sticky, it's nice consistency, and it does last a little bit. You also get with this one of their eyeliners. Very, very creamy and beautiful. Just goes on like a dream. You can use this in the waterline. Let me just line a little bit. I didn't use an eyeliner today. But it blends nicely, it lasts all day, and these Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliners are legendary anyway. So it's a beautiful, beautiful one. Now, I bought this because I wanted to try this mascara out. It's called Perversion Mascara, and it's a goofy name. It's a very large natural brush. It goes on nicely. It did not pass the tears test. I had some tears the other night, and unfortunately it left little dings on my upper lids, so it did not pass my test for a mascara. So unfortunately, I don't know if I like this or not. I'm really torn. I think I'm probably going to return it because there's just not enough in here to hold me. I've already got the blushes and highlighters from Urban Decay, and these eyeshadows are so blah. There's nothing in here that really speaks to me on another level. The packaging is really nice. To be calling it Naked on the Run, I don't know if I would take this on the run anywhere. It's very heavy and it's bulky. It doesn't fit in my purse very easily, so it's nothing I would take on the run with me. I would think more, yes, if you're in a hurry and you need to just grab something real quick, maybe do it in the car while somebody else is driving. I can see that with this. You can do a full face on the run, but it isn't the best face. So, you know, I just think this is sort of a fail for me, and probably is going to go back. Also a fail was from Sally Beauty Supply. I bought this for the novelty of it. It is a open here kind of thing. There's a mirror here that you can flip around. And then you've got a blush, contour, and some eyeshadows. And at the very end, you've got this is a brush to put your eyeliner on, and then this is a mascara. The products are just kind of cheap and they don't last very long. So this was kind of a fail. And this is the Dawn to Dusk palette from Sally Beauty, and I believe it was on sale, so that was, you know, part of it. So eye palettes have to have, for me, they have to have at least 3 colors in them that I can use. One has to be a light color, one has to be like a medium crease color, and it has to be matte, and then I have to have a dark color for the corner. And then if there's other colors, that's really cool. But I have to have those 3 colors for me to really like a palette, because I like to use a palette on its own without having to dip into other places to find colors. And this one is from Mehron. This is a company, thanks to one of my subscribers, told me. They are famous for their stage light makeup and film theater makeup. This is a huge palette. I think I picked this up off of hotlook.com for like $11 or $12. So this was a great find. This is going to last me for the rest of my natural life. I haven't really had a chance to, you know, really check out these colors, but the one time I did use this, it lasted all day, and I was really pleased with it. I don't know why I don't go back, maybe because it's just not fancy packaging. I don't know. Anastasia teamed up with a lot of different YouTube gurus and created different limited edition eye palettes. This one is, this is the Tamana Dress Your Face palette, and beautiful packaging. You've got a mirror on one side, and then you've got these beautiful colors here. These were kind of hit or miss. The quality was nice, the colors were okay, but I just thought this was a lot of hype for nothing, and I was suckered in because I am suckered in. Kat Von D early in the year released the Monarch palette and a few other palettes, and of course I thought this was just a beautiful combination of colors on the warmer side, on the purpley side and violet side. Really, really nice. I thought that these were great, and there's one color here that you can use in your crease. So you have your light shade, your crease color, and then some darks and some other colors. And there's some beautiful light colors here as well that you can use that highly pigmented, very blendable, really beautiful colors. And the packaging, as with all of Kat Von D's packaging, is outstanding. I still find myself reaching for the original Ladybird palette, which comes with a beautiful pencil. It's a dark reddish brown eyeliner pencil. But this is probably one of my favorite palettes of all time. This is the Ladybird palette. It's all matte shades. There are no shimmers in here. And you can see I've dipped in, almost hit pan on a couple of them. But these are a good basic neutral palette. You can use the dark blackish color or the purple aubergine. This is really nice for autumn time. A lot like that peanut butter color that just came out recently. My disappointment this year was with Paula's Choice, and I just find that their makeup lacks. I don't know why, but their makeup is so boring. There's hardly any of it. I think Paula's Choice is more skincare and the Beautypedia. You know, you go up there to look on Beautypedia. I always like to check to see if something is cruelty-free, and I check the Paula's Choice website because they try to stay up on that. Now, Wayne Goss teamed with them, and early this year they put this out, and it is a total matte palette, and it is all beautiful shades, mostly darker shades, mid to dark shades. There's so many versions of the same color that they look exactly the same on your eyelid. I just found that this was pretty lackluster, even though I love Wayne Goss and I love Paula's Choice. I thought that this really could have used a little punch with other colors, so I very rarely open this up. I don't know why, because the quality is there and I like Paula's Choice and what it stands for. So, but that's called the Nude Mattes, and I'm not sure if it's still available or not. Now, Urban Decay released a series of pulp fiction cosmetics. They released lipsticks and powders and things like that, and I just thought they were outrageously priced. And then to discontinue them, Ulta put them on their sale site, and I think I only paid about $9 or $10 for this. This is the Pulp Fiction Eye Palette. It's got a mirror, beautiful packaging, and you've got these gorgeous colors. And there's my light color for the lid, my crease color, dark for the edges, and then you've got this nice light color that you can, you know, do whatever you wish for, even on your cheeks if you like. And it comes with a really nice applicator brush. So I thought this was a really great set. It Cosmetics also released a second version of their Naturally Pretty palette. They have, you know, there's a lot of different colors here. It's okay. It's okay. I don't know. It fell flat for me. This is my old It palette. This is the original 12 colors that came out from It Cosmetics. I like this better than the Naturally Pretty, but I don't know. And you know what's awful is, you know, we're really always looking for those colors, and this is BH Cosmetics, and they do these things. And it's like, I don't know why, but I like a lot of colors in my palettes, but when they put them like this, for some reason it doesn't interest me, and I don't know why, because just about every color you'd ever want to use is probably here. But I guess because somebody hasn't picked out 5 colors out of here and told me these are great to work with, I don't know why these aren't more popular, but this is their 88 color palette. And I guess if you want to experiment to see how a color looks with your skin type and your eyes and everything and your hair, this is a great opportunity to do this. I don't know why. Maybe this year I will make myself dip into this a little bit more. But I love these. Okay, for the little fellas, this one is from the Balm. It's called the Auto Balm, and I think there's a series of different ones. I happen to get, I think there's Hawaii and California. This is the California one, and it comes cute little blush. You've got something you can use as an eyeshadow in the inner corner, or you can use it as a highlighter. And then you've got a nice crease color and a nice dark shade for your outer corner. A little on the shimmery side, but I think, you know, in a pinch, you can throw this in your purse and you've got, you know, your blush and your eyeshadow taken care of without a problem. And you can also line your eyes with that darker shade. Also from the Balm is what they call Smoke Balm. And these colors look like smoke and debris. You've got your light shade here. You've got a nice crease color, although it's slightly dark, and then you've got a really dark smoky charcoal black color for your outer corner and for lining. So these are really nice, you know, grab, go-to type of things. Now this palette from Tarte is called the Neutral Eye palette, and really nice, very, very beautifully packaged. Looks like a little purse. So it's very, very strong as far as holding the eyeshadows together. It's got some nice light colors and shimmers. It's got some beautiful matte crease colors and some nice darks for the outer corner. I don't know why I haven't gone nuts over this. Maybe because you can't find it anymore. And I really don't want to talk to you about things that you can't find. So if you happen to see the Neutral Eyes palette, it is actually quite worth it to pick it up. One of my favorite, and I'm doing a special on Too Faced coming up fairly soon, within the week I think, Too Faced Cosmetics, and my favorite palette from them, one of my favorite palettes from them, is the Matte Eye palette, and this is something that everybody should have in their collection if you're over 50. This has two beautiful light shades, it's got a beautiful transition shade, it's got a nice crease color, and then it's got some dark shades for the corners. It's absolutely perfect for over 50 skin. This is just a wonderful assortment. It's very high quality, and Too Faced really got it right with this one. Every couple of weeks, it seems, Lorac puts out a new palette. Some are hits, some are misses. The quality is usually good. The color combinations, not so. This is one of their summer ones, and I probably should have included it in with my cheek and eye combo. This is their summer palette, and Create Summer, I think it's called, or summer something. And I don't know what it is, but I'm not a fan of turquoise, although maybe I could put that on right there. Alright, so maybe I am a fan of this. I don't know. I haven't played with this at all, and I don't know if it's just because there's just so many of these and there's so many palettes in my collection. By the time I get to this, I've already picked something else. But again, they've got the light shade, the medium crease color, and then the dark shade you can use as an eyeliner or on the corners, and then you've got a couple of color pops. This one also has a cheek color in it, but I just think it's really a nice little palette. Lorac also put this one out. This is one of their summertime afterglow palettes, and one of my favorite colors is turquoise, so I bought this, and it's got all of these very bright kind of summery colors, a bright coral, a bright violet color, beautiful gold, beautiful, two different versions of turquoise, a light and a dark turquoise, and it's got a medium brown and this. But what I found with this was that none of them were, and you've got your two other colors here, they were all shimmers. And so I thought, well, I could use some of them for lid colors, and I think it was on sale, that's why I bought it. But I definitely don't recommend this. This one was kind of a fail. This is one of those junky Lorac ones. I think Lorac Pro palettes are kind of gold standard. I think everybody should have both of these. They are slightly different. You can get some great eye looks out of both of these. They're high quality, they're kind of like a go-to thing. You can take this palette or this palette and you have enough colors to do a complete eye several different days of the week without a problem. Now the Balm also released the Nude Dude palette, and it came with a mascara as well. The Nude Dude palette, beautiful mirror on the side. You've got these guys. And it's really neat. You've got, again, you've got your beautiful lid colors. You've got a nice crease color here. You've got some nice transition colors, a little bit of interesting color pop. And then you've got some really nice dark colors for lining your eyes or for your corners, your outer corners. And I also actually used one of these in my eyebrows too. So I really like this. And the little brush that comes with it, I was very skeptical about this, but it actually works really well for detail work and packing the color on your lid. I think it does a great job. And the other end is smaller, and you can actually use that really nicely for lining your eyes. So I just thought that was beautiful planning on their part. And there's a little ribbon here that pulls out, it pulls out your stick. You know, sometimes you can't get it out. They have little ribbons in there. But I like this. And compared to Nude Tude, okay, you can see the Nude Tude colors, slight variant on that, slightly warmer tone, and there's a cranberry rather than a dark brown. And I think that, you know, for the color differences, you can see at the top there's like an orange there and a white. This is yellow and more flesh colored. These of course are a little bit different. We got a rosy color and a shimmering taupey flesh color, and on the bottom it's a little bit different. So yeah, they're a little bit different than the Nude Tude palette that came out. They're both high quality, both very good, and I do dip into both of them when I am doing my eyeshadows. And this one also comes with the same kind of brush, the Nude Tude. And those are pretty good. I think they run around, what, $35 or so each? And you can find them on sale on hotlook.com. Now the chocolate bar is kind of a standard with all of us. I think we all will agree that this is probably one of our favorite palettes of all time. And so I think somebody put it really well. They said it's like when you have a great movie and then you come up with a sequel. This is semi-sweet, which irritates me on two levels. One, it should be called milk chocolate because semi-sweet chocolate looks like this. This looks like milk chocolate to me. Milk chocolate is lighter color, and that's pretty anal of me, I guess, to say, but my eyes today are all done with this palette, and I'm not unhappy with the palette. This is what they look like together. I find that the lighter shades disappear. This light shade and this butter pecan shade kind of disappear. They're not as pigmented as I'd like them to be. This is that peanut butter shade that everybody goes nuts over. I don't see, it's a slightly warm brown, and you can use it for transition. It's okay. I don't think everybody can wear that shade. But there's a color here called Mousse, and this color is a beautiful crease shade. It's a beautiful neutral brown crease shade, absolutely wonderful. This shade here is a shimmering pink glitter, micro glitter shade. It's literally nothing. It just goes into nothingness. I've seen people use it over the top of other colors to get a little bit of shimmer, but I just think it's an awful lot of work that they didn't put very much pigment in that. Now this blue I do have on, and it's subtle, and if you use it right, you can wear it. It's called Blueberry Swirl. So I'm just going to put a little right there in the color bar. It does punch up my blue eyes a little bit, which is kind of neat, and it goes with my shirt. Yeah, the colors are different. You know, the Hot Fudge was nice. I did line my eyes with Hot Fudge. Do you need both of these? They're different. They're different palettes, so you know, it's up to you if you need them both. They are very different. You can see that, like this one is a slightly cooler shade, and this one is as well. These are warmer tone for their lighter shades. I can't get any color out of this, and it's just so annoying because you can get a lot of color out of this one, but this is not a shimmer. So you can use this on the inner corner and then go over with this one and get that micro glitter over the top of it, so it'll work that way. But there's just not enough of it there to cause a stir. So there are some neutrals in here. I don't know, I guess I expected more from this than it delivered, so you know, it really is a personal preference on whether or not you get that. Now the two favorite eyeshadow palettes. I have two and they're a tie, and the first one may surprise you. It just came out for VIB people from Sephora, and I'm not part of a private club or anything, but I spent way too much money at Sephora, so they gave me VIB status. And that is, you get to buy something earlier than it's released to the general public. And this is one of those things that when I saw it, I said, I gotta have it. This is from Tarte Cosmetics. And Tarte, I think they just raised the bar on palettes, because their palettes are always so gorgeous. This is called the Tartelette palette, and it is all matte. And it's perfect if you are over 50. This is a palette that you should have in your collection. It's absolutely gorgeous. Now there's some shades here, and people have complained that that these two are so similar, but there is a pinky tone to one and a yellow tone to the other. I can't see going crazy over that aspect, but there's 3 light tones, and then you've got your 3 crease colors, and then you've got 6 kind of darky tones. These upper 2 here you can use for liners. It's absolutely a gorgeous palette. I wore it most of the week, and I just thought this was one of the best palettes I've ever had. I like this better than the Sun Kashik matte palette. I like it better than the Too Faced matte palette. I like it, probably my favorite matte palette right now. I just think it's gorgeous. And again, the only thing missing here is a dark green, which I would have liked to see. But outside of that, I maybe could have taken one of these 2 shades out and put a dark green in, and I would have been a happy camper. But this is just gorgeous. So there are 12 shades in here, and this is called the Tartelette palette from Tarte. They are releasing it to the general public this month, I believe. And you can't see it on their site yet. I just was so amazed that I got a notification about it. Okay, so drum roll. My favorite palette this year is Smashbox, and Smashbox, like Tarte, knows how to make a palette. And this one is the On the Rocks Luxe palette. Got a beautiful large mirror here, and then you've got these gorgeous shades, combination of shades. A little bit of everything. Again, no dark green, but I really love, I've been using this on and off for the last month. I absolutely love the combination of colors. And again, you've got, you know, your light color, your medium color, your dark color right there, and then all these colors are bonuses in my eye. You've got really nice neutral colors you can use in the crease, putty colors, cooler tone colors. It's a perfect all-around palette. This is an absolutely wonderful deal, and right now I believe it's on sale at Ulta for $29. I paid $42 or $52, and it's $29 now, I think, so definitely worth it, and if I were you, I would check that out. So anyway, I hope everybody is having a wonderful holiday week, and I will be back with more reviews of 2014 favorites and not so favorites. And I hope everybody has a safe and wonderful new year. Have a beautiful day. Take care.